Hello and welcome back to Bold TV. Shay here with a wine expert who is going to tell us everything we need to know about selecting the finest wines for the summer. Her name is Anita Musi and she is a fine wine specialist for Evaton Inc. How are you, Anita?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm very well, and thank you again for hosting.
No, of course. I'm very excited for this because I feel like this summer now is not more like the summer fine, trying to figure out what we're trying to wear. It's more of summer wine and finding out what we're going to be drinking at home.
100%. Definitely, these little strange times change a little bit of our routine. So it's a great opportunity for all of these wines.
No, definitely. So what kind of wines do you specialize in?
So I specialize in Portuguese wines. I work for Evaton. Evaton imports mostly products from Sograp. That is, Sograp is the biggest family company from Portugal. So that has wineries in many other places of the world. However, it started in 1942. So in Portugal, and is the biggest company from there. So we have amazing wines that, as you can see, we can go from white to rosé to red, and we're going to finish with a little dessert wine as well. So we have a pretty broad style as well.
No, I love it. So my question is, because I know that whenever I talk to wine experts, they tell me how drinking a wine makes you feel like you're in a certain location of where the wine is from. And being that this is a Portugal wine selection, can you tell us what makes Portugal stand out with their wine compared to any other location?
Well, I think that Portugal has a little bit of that beauty, the people, the food, the environment, the ambience, and each one of the different places where you go in Portugal, you feel welcome.
Well, I'm excited to travel with you today because thank you guys so much for sending me over a selection of the wines. I'm super excited to try them. Can you give us a little breakdown of each of the ones that you have in front of you?
Yes, of course. So we're going to start with an Acevedo de Vinho Verde. That is a dry wine, exactly. Then we were going to travel to is the number one rosé wine in the world that has been around since 1942. The first rosé in the world, actually, and that's how popular Portugal became so popular. And it was loved by many artists because, and we're going to talk about the style, but it's so easy drinking that is perfect for any time. And then we have more exploration. It's called Silk and Spice, telling you about the history of the exploration route. And then Sandeman, that actually Sandeman has been the number one logo in the world, so it has been around since late like 1700s as well. So it's like we have that is this dessert wine is a port, but we're going to make a little cocktail. So different
Cool.
ways to drink it.
Now I'm super excited. Go ahead wherever you want to start.
Well, so let's start with the white. Acevedo comes from a long history. The property has been since the 11th century, and it was like a house where the kings would apply the justice and the land and all of like so. Acevedo, the Acevedo family had the property for like since then, and so Grab bought it in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
And reestablished the house and the tower, and planted Loureiro and Alvarinho. So Vinho Verde, it's a region, it's a style in the Minho region that is in the north part of the country that you have a lot of Atlantic Ocean influence. So it's very rainy. You have like a lot of plains, and definitely very like a lot of density. And these two grapes combine perfectly. While one of them gives that crispiness, the other one gives a little more ripeness, a little more body. I would pair it from a simple salad, from a charcuterie plate, or cheese, or maybe you're doing a little in the afternoon, a little a smoked salmon with seafood risotto. Definitely with seafood goes very well, or it goes by itself. like literally it goes by itself.
Yes, I like the balance though of the crispiness and everything. That sounds very nice. And can you tell us about the rosé next? Because you said this is one of the most popular.
It became very popular, I think, for many reasons. One of them, you can see that the package is very different.
Yes, it's cute. I think it's really cute.
It's very cute, and it was inspired in the flask that the soldiers used to use in the World War One. A lot of artists in the 60s has been consuming the matus because it's so approachable. It's an easy wine to understand. So you have those notes that are like cherry and strawberry, and it's fruit forward. And again, at the palate, it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
The good thing of the matus, as you can see, we have the little sister here. You have the mini bottle at 187 that you can carry anywhere. You can like grab like your straw and put it in.
And can you tell us about this bottle, Silken Spice? I honestly love the look of it with the little map on it. I thought it was very intriguing. So let's talk about this one. It's a red wine.
The label has been created to remind us of explorers and adventurous wine drinkers. That it's the map comes from the age of the discovery, from the 15th century, and it's featuring the Bay of Bengal. Let me like show you a little bit more. Is the Bay of Bengal, the Portuguese coat of arms, and the Vasco, the Gama Caravel. So this used to be part of the route that they used to look for spices. So the wine, it's when it says silken spice, it's because it's very silky at the palate. But at the same time, you have some of those mocha notes and those cinnamon notes and those nutmeg notes. That is,
I love nutmeg.
It's right on your alley.
Yes, I could already tell from the title of it. I was like, I think this defines who I am as a person. Silken Spice. You know, I love that balance. And even this wine, actually, the Ruby Porto. I like this name as well. I think it definitely shows it's kind of spicy for the women as well. And can you tell us a little bit about this one?
So a port, it's a wine that has been fortified. So it has been added alcohol to cut the fermentation to leave a lot of the residual sugar. So it's a wine that is sweet, okay? And in the past, the port was only used for desserts. But nowadays, we're changing a little bit of that. Especially the Ruby is a type of wine that is going to conserve all of those fresh fruits and aromas, like red cherry, plums, violets. So it's a wine, like I have it in like to taste it, but also this is a great way to drink it. That is on the rocks with a little of like orange wedge, and it's perfect.
And can you tell us even just more of like, for the viewers, who are on like a budget, like how can they enjoy these kind of wines?
Well, all of these wines are under $15, except for the port that is a little more, like it's under 20. So it's not that like, it's not a crazy thing. So the port, the thing is that the port, you don't drink that much. I mean, you make it in a cocktail, you can mix it with club soda, with tonic water on the rocks. You enjoy it more. So the rest of the wines go under $12 easily. So definitely, so all of these wines are affordable, they're approachable, they're easy to find. They're a little lower in alcohol than regular other wine regions as well. So it's worth to mention that in this new trend of healthiness, they're great wines to have a glass of wine and you still enjoy the rest of your day.
No, that's amazing. And can you even just tell us a little bit about how you got into this industry and why you got into this industry?
I'm originally from Buenos Aires. So I'm originally from the big city, and I finished my bachelor's degree there in public relations. And I got a little, I was young, a little reckless. I decided to go to Mendoza, which is wine country, to visit a friend that she has a winery. Her family has a winery. So basically, for a friend of mine, she introduced me to the wine industry, and I fall in love. I fall in love of these of like, oh, what are what is this flavor from, and why, and where this is taking me. So after 10 years, I'm still in love and have all the passion, and Evaton is a great place and has a great opportunity to explore all of these wines as well.
No, I love it. And I think that it's very exciting to see people that love the joy of wine, and even like seeing how they pair it to certain selections of food. I actually watched a movie called Uncorked. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, on Netflix. And that's how I learned all about the sommelier like industry, and how people, the love of wine, that like how it brings joy to people. And I told myself, like, I definitely would love to learn it. So I'm learning through you. Thank you so much, Anita. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, and enjoy the wines.
Of course, I definitely will. And I'm your host, Shay, and you are watching Bold TV.